Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the Ladder.Climber FTP or free to play, and I am starting a new channel here. On this channel, the biggest thing is we are going to be goal driven, and I have a couple goals in mind, and I'd like to take this time to walk you through a little bit about me and what I'm trying to achieve on this channel. So, my MTG story. I started playing in the Theros time frame and had a great time when at that time I was in high school and enjoyed playing it with some friends at our local card shop, and I won my first F&M off the back of Siege Rhino, which was the popular card in the Cons of Tarkir standard. So that's where I really found a real liking to the game. But after the cons block was over, kind of fell off. I fell off a little bit and started moving into doing other things, got a job, started working more, and really lost touch with Magic. Then, with COVID, I turned on my laptop, saw that Arena was a thing, and figured why not try and play some games, see if I still like what the games become. And at the time, the set was Theros Beyond Death. So got right back into it with the set that I started with. The sequel set of that was what brought me back. So I've been playing Arena for a while. Really took on and off sets. I'd play a set every once in a while, and if I didn't like it, I'd wait a couple sets and then come back. And what really kept me in this last time is Secrets of Strixhaven. So that set had a lot of fun with it, and it was something different, very spell based, very fun to draft, and really had a good experience for me. And that leads us now into our current set, which is Marvel Superheroes. So, like it or not, we are going to be playing a lot, and I say a lot, of drafts and drafts of whatever the current set is. And right now, that's going to be a lot of Marvel Superheroes. So, that will change over time, but for now, Marvel Superheroes it is. So, like I mentioned, I've mostly played Arena since coming back with Theros Beyond Death in that 2020 time frame. And from there, I gotta tell you, there's something wrong with Arena, and that is the main one I've seen is money. You They give you some freebies, but in my opinion, it's never seemed like enough. Maybe that's just I've been wasting my gems along the way, wasting my coins, wasting my gems, but I think there's something else with it. So I've devised this as an experiment to see, are we able to have fun and play Magic without spending money? And that leads us into our goal, which number one, and really the most important one, is to have fun. And everyone's version of fun is different, so I wanted to give you my definition as it pertains to Arena. And that's able to play multiple formats. So for me, a lot of that has been limited and standard, but if I want to play historic one day or found a deck that looks like fun, I want to be able to play that. I want to have competitive decks. So I don't want to just go into a ranked match and lose all the time. That's no fun. So competitive decks, being able to play the game and actually have a shot at winning is important to me. The other thing, in those competitive decks, I want to be playing the one with interesting decision making. So I want to be playing something that I have options. I'm not just playing red burn all the time, that I play a one drop, I attack you. I play a two drop, I attack you. I want something more than just basic attack. Maybe that's a combo. Maybe that's just having different metas. I'm not sure if it's a meta thing. I'm not sure if it's a me thing, but having different decision making and having it be interesting throughout is going to be one of my definitions of fun. And then also overall creating a desire to play. I've been in and out of the game for, I think it's going to be 12 years now. So basically since 2014, I've liked a set, gone with it, haven't liked a set, been out for a year or two, and then come back eventually. And I'd like to, through this, have a fun time playing and creating that desire to keep coming back and not just give up on a set that I don't necessarily like as much as the others. And really the question here is there a way to do all of this without spending our money? I'm not entirely sure, but I think this is the best time to find out. Another one of my goals is to achieve mythic ranking in both limited and constructed. So I've achieved it in constructed, I think 2 seasons before, uh, and gotten to, I think my max rank on limited was diamond 2. So especially without spending money, is it even possible to get even that high at diamond 2 in limited? And for constructed, I think our main hurdle there is going to be with the quality of our deck, especially at the beginning, but I think that should be able to pick up later. The plan. How are we going to achieve these two goals? The real thing that I have to do is win at events. So I'm talking both the limited events and then the standard events, tradition, and any of the events that are offered on Arena. That's the best way to increase your gems and coins as fast as possible, and that is what I'm looking to do. I need to grind it up so that if I have a bad draft, I'm not down to zero gems again. I want to be able to keep this thing going. I know going infinite is pretty unlikely, and not it's so unlikely that I'm not putting it as my main goal, but I think we should be able to get a few runs of just slightly losing on the drafts, but really increasing our collections. So that should help there. On the standard events, the standard metagame events specifically, are a great way to grind up as well. I think for that, what really needs to be done is our tracking. So there's going to be the personal win rate, which is going to be found on, I'm going to use 17 lands to find my personal win rate for each event that I do. Uh, and for limited, especially each event, and using those to calculate uh, which event would be the most efficient use of my gems. So if I'm going to be best at pick 2 draft, that I have a 60% win rate, that's break even for that. I'll be 2-pick drafting. If it says traditional draft is better for me because I have a higher win rate there, I'll go with that. So just to give you kind of the thoughts on that, and then also using 17 lands to find the best deck archetypes. It's and the best cards in the sets. I think for that, it's pretty self-explanatory. If we want to play a lot of drafts, we have to win a lot. So using the tools at my disposal to figure out what way I want to play and what I think would be the best way to get there and the best strategies to go about winning. Uh, After that, this kind of goes into what I was just talking about, evaluating the ROI on each event. So win rates are going to be heavily used to determine the events that I play. They're You have to be strategic with your gems. They are a limited resource when you're not spending money. So I want to get the best bang for my buck, and I want to do events that are fun at the end of the day as well. So there will be some give and take there, I assume, at certain points. But generally, I think that it's going to be a good balance of let's grind it up, and then if we lose a couple along the way, that's fine, but let's have a path to get back up to our high amounts. And then the last thing is for figuring out my ROI for the standard events or any other constructed events, it's going to be based off my win rates at Platinum Plus. So if I need a 60% win rate for the event to be profitable, I will wait until I have a deck that I know is going to be 60 plus percent winning, a win rate of 60%, and wait for that and use that in the event once it becomes profitable. I know starting a new account, there's a lot of questions on what do you even have? So we got some packs, we opened them up, and really what I saw is that we had just enough wild cards to create our first deck. It's a budget build, it's a standard build. You love it or you hate it. And I think it is one of the more interesting budget builds I've seen, and that is going to be mono white auras. So really it's strategy about playing some 1-drops that like enchantments, playing some 2-drops that are good targets for enchantments, and then just attacking our opponent until we win. And we're going to see how far this mono white auras deck will take us.